Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are enjoying the long weekend. In this video, we will discuss what we know so far regarding the second stimulus check, the stimulus package, the HEALS Act, and the extended unemployment benefits. I've gone through all the current news and information available, and these are the most relevant and important information that we have so far. Before we get started, just a friendly reminder, as always, this is not a political channel. This is a channel on personal finance and investing. So despite whichever party you support, whether it be Democrat or Republican, all I request is that we keep it civil towards each other in the comments section below. With that being said, let's dive right into it. So our first article is from the Chicago Tribune. Stimulus check updates. Mitch McConnell raises new doubts on Congress getting COVID-19 relief done in fall. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell expressed doubts whether Congress can get a deal on another pandemic relief package when lawmakers return to Washington after a month-long recess, despite the Trump administration's push for a quick, targeted stimulus. "I don't know if there will be another package in the next few weeks or not," Mitch McConnell said at an event at a hospital in his home state of Kentucky. He said that talks between top administration officials and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi haven't been fruitful, and that any embrace of bipartisanship in the Capitol was descended as the fall elections near. His comments come a day after Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin testified to Congress that parts of the U.S. economy urgently needs additional fiscal stimulus to fully rebound from the COVID-19 crisis. Mnuchin told a House panel the most important thing is that we deliver some relief quickly to the American workers impacted by this. Mnuchin later initiated a call with Pelosi amid the deadlocks in talks. In a statement Tuesday night, the Speaker said she told the Treasury chief that Democrats have serious questions remaining in any negotiations. That includes, she said, the view of the administration that a smaller package can be pursued now and a larger one later. Sadly, this phone call made clear that Democrats and White House continue to have serious differences understanding the gravity of the situation that America's working families are facing, Pelosi said in a statement. At a news conference on Wednesday in San Francisco, Pelosi said the talks remained at an impasse. There have been no negotiations since the last round broke up almost a week ago. Democrats have offered to lower their demand for a $3.5 trillion package to $2.2 trillion. Senate Republicans originally put forth a $1 trillion plan, but are now discussing with the administration a smaller $500 billion package they say will be more focused on areas of the economy most affected by the pandemic. Mnuchin singled out the travel industry and small businesses as needing more aid. Republican senators have been discussing amongst ourselves what should the next package look like, and we're trying to get our way to a consensus. Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania said in an interview, "Optimally, it will be well below $1 trillion. Toomey said he's not a fan of a lot more spending, but it may be easier to get some agreement among Republicans when everyone is back in Washington face to face. Some Republican senators have opposed any additional economic stimulus, making uncertain the prospects of a slimmed-down bill. And even if Republicans can agree on an alternative relief package, and any move to actually consider the bill would need 60 votes in the Senate, with Democrats likely to block it. The Democrats themselves aren't wholly united either. Pelosi continues to be pressed by some in her caucus to adopt a more compromising strategy. Freshman Representative Cindy Axon from swing state Iowa wrote to the Speaker on Wednesday urging a new House bill to be brought to the table. So guys, as we could see from this article, things are at an impasse. Both parties refuse to talk to each other. I just wish I had better news for you guys, but it's just what it is. If you want, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, I try not to cover information I've already covered in a past stimulus check update. So if you have time, I highly recommend checking out the second stimulus check playlist I've created for you guys. I'll leave that in the iCard here. So with that being said, let's move on to the next news article. This one is from thefastcompany.com. Second stimulus checks in further doubt as skinny GOP package faces blowback. For Americans still struggling with the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic, hopes continue to wane that direct relief in the form of a check from the IRS is coming anytime soon. Chuck Schumer, the Democrat Senate Minority Leader, blasted a so-called skinny stimulus bill that Senate Republicans are so possibly preparing to unveil next week, a move that underscores just how far apart the two sides remain on a package. In a letter to colleagues, Schumer called leaked details of the GOP plan emaciated, citing reports that the proposal would include no money for rental assistance, no money for nutrition assistance, and no money for state and local services, the census, or safe elections. According to The Hill, which cited two aides familiar to the proposal, it would likely also not include a $1,200 stimulus check like the kind that were part of the CARES Act in March. The details of the proposal have not been made public, but Schumer called it the wrong direction and accused Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of planning another round of partisan games. While polarization has intensified in the lead up to the November elections, Americans continue to broadly support direct payments as a form of coronavirus relief. A new poll from Gallup this week shows 7 in 10 would be in favor of the government sending a second round of stimulus checks to qualified individuals. So guys, according to the poll, 7 out of 10 individuals would be in favor of getting a second round of stimulus checks. Please let me know in the comment section below if you are for that or against that. House Democrats passed the $3 trillion HEROES Act in May, and Senate Republicans followed up with a $1 trillion HEALS Act in late July. But there have been few heroes and very little healing on Capitol Hill since. Congressional lawmakers are set to return to work next week, but their willingness to meet somewhere in the middle in the next relief package is in doubt. With the election just 8 weeks away, compromises and good faith negotiations are likely to be in short supply. So guys, once again, like I said in the first article, I wish I had better news for you. As always, I will link all the articles I will discuss in this video in the description below. So if you want, you can do your own research or check them out yourself. Also, if you guys want to see more videos like this, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. It lets me know that you guys find videos like this useful or at the very least interesting. Finally, if you think someone would find this video useful, feel free to share it with them. So our next article is from CNET.com. 7 in 10 people want a second stimulus check for qualified adults. Who might be eligible? Negotiators on Capitol Hill are being pressured to seek common ground on the size and substance of a new stimulus bill, and they have broad support from Americans for a second stimulus check. A Gallup survey of 5,000 Democrats, Independents, and Republicans released Tuesday finds that 7 in 10 Americans favor a new stimulus bill, with another round of direct payments for adults who meet the eligibility requirements. White House and Democratic negotiators have stated that they're ready to pick up talks on additional assistance for Americans. Perhaps when the Senate returns on September 8th, negotiations for another stimulus bill can resume. Americans need our help and deserve a bill that meets the needs of the nation, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said. If another stimulus bill does pass, we can outline the likely eligibility requirements for adults and dependents. So everyone who could qualify for a second stimulus check. We won't know for certain who will qualify for a second stimulus payment until Congress passes the legislation. However, drawn from the first stimulus check's eligibility requirements and the HEROES Act and the HEALS proposal, we can get an idea of who may or may not get a second check, including a few unexpected qualifiers below. Both Republicans and Democrats are using the AGI to determine the payment amount for individuals and families, which could cap at $1,200 for individuals and then $2,400 for married couple. So guys, here is a table where they lay it out. and most likely to be in the final bill are an AGI of less than $99,000 for individuals, that's under both proposals, and the head of household, an AGI of less than $146,000 and $500 under both proposals again. And for couples filing jointly, the limit would most probably be $198,000 as it's under both proposals as well. So dependents of any age, no dependent limits have been specified under the HEALS Act, but up to 3 dependents under the HEROES Act. But this is unlikely to be on the final bill. Non-citizens who pay taxes are also under the HEROES Act, but is also unlikely to be in the final bill. People who are incarcerated would also probably be left out. And finally, people who owe child support. CARES Act excludes those who owe child support. HEROES Act includes them. For U.S. citizens living abroad, this was included under the CARES Act. People who live in U.S. territories also under the CARES Act, and the payments were handled by each territory's tax authority. SSDI or Social Security recipients were included under the CARES Act, and non-tax filers were also included under the CARES Act, and all these people, like I just mentioned, should also be most likely be included in the new bill as well. So here to talk about the dependents. Once again, we have discussed it, so I'm not going to waste your time talking about it. Who didn't get the first stimulus payment? For payments authorized under the CARES Act, which became law in March, these groups were excluded. Single taxpayers with an AGI over $99,000. Head of households with an AGI of over $136,500. Married couples with an AGI of over $198,000, children over the age of 16, and college students under the age of 24. Non-resident aliens as defined by the U.S. government, people who are incarcerated, people who died since the previous tax filing. Finally, the question on everyone's mind, when will Congress finalize the new stimulus check requirements? Right now, the timeline for discussion is up in the air. Talks between Republicans and Democratic negotiators on the new stimulus package have been stalled, but the two sides have signaled they are willing to pick up debate. The Senate is on break until after Labor Day, and the House, after passing the USPS funding, have nothing scheduled. After the sides reach a deal, the stimulus bill won't take effect until the president signs it into law. While we won't know for sure until the two sides come together on the next stimulus package, we have a good idea of when a check could be sent if a new bill passes. So guys, I wish I had better news for you all, but as you can see, all the signs point to a pretty grim outlook for the moment. As always, I will keep an eye out and bring you any updates that come along the way. If you want, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I just hope both parties can come together and come to an agreement as soon as possible. So guys, that's it for this video, and these are all the latest news and information we have so far. I'll share more as they come to light. If you guys want to remain updated on the stimulus check and stimulus package developments, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you guys know exactly when these videos come out. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys find these videos helpful or at the very least interesting. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.